Hello guys, it's me again, Gabriel. Today we're going to start Unit 8 of our book, Great Time 3. Today I invited a very special person to help us out because we're going to talk about science. So I invited a very famous scientist. He is a very important person in the world. He knows a lot of the universe. So, today he's going to help us do our grammar and vocabulary activities, alright? So, I introduce you all to Stephen Hawking, who will be helping us on our activities. Hello, Dr. Stephen.
Gabriel, it is a pleasure to meet you. I hope I can help our Great Time 3 students today.
Alright, so can you help us with activity number 1? Let's take a look. Alright, Dr. Stephen, in our first activity, our students need to complete these two sentences with the words from the list. Okay? And then we're going to complete the rule together. So let's give them some minutes so they can do the activity, and then you help me give them the answers. Alright, students, some minutes for you. You pause the video, do the activity, and you come back to us. Dr. Stephen and I will correct the activity. Okay, guys, now let's take a look at these two sentences. Number 1, Newton was blank and blank when an apple blank out of the tree and blank on the ground. Okay, and number 2, while Archimedes was blank out of the bathtub, he blank that the water blanked down. Okay, so can you help us, Dr. Stephen? So what's number 1, Dr. Stephen? Can you give us the answer?
Newton was sitting and thinking when an apple fell out of the tree and hit the ground.
Okay, and number 2.
While Archimedes was getting out of the bathtub, he noticed that the water went down.
Alright, let's check. Okay, good job, Dr. Stephen. Okay, guys, we thank Dr. Stephen for his time. He has a tight schedule, but it was a good moment, a good opportunity to have him with us. And now we continue on our own. We need to complete the rule for activity 1. We use the simple past or past continuous. We use blank for an action that happened at a particular moment in the past. We often use with this tense. Okay. The blank for a background action or situation in the past. We often use when or while with this tense. So, what's the answer here? The answer is, we use the simple past for an action that happened at a particular moment in the past, okay? We use when with this tense. We use the word when. And the next rule is, we use the past continuous for a background action, a longer action, or situation in the past. We often use while with this tense, okay? Remember that some verbs can't be used in the continuous form. For example, like, love, alright? Good, guys, so this is our video for activity 1. Now we are going to continue with activity 2. We're going to complete the sentence with the correct past tense of the verbs. So, we need to use the verbs. For example, in the example, watch and get, and we need to use it accordingly. Number 1, we blank an experiment at school when a fire do or start, okay? 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'll give you some minutes to do the activity and then you come back for the answers. So let's correct. Let's see the correction together, guys. The answers together. So we, an experiment at school when a fire started. Okay. So which is the longer action? This experiment. So we were doing past continuous, an experiment at school when a fire started. Number 2, they blank for lunch because they blank enough time. Not stop and not have. They. Okay. That's tricky. They didn't stop for lunch because they didn't have enough time. All right. I blank a great science site while I the net. Okay, I surfed a great science site while I discovered a great science site while I was surfing, the longer action. And then you may ask me, why don't we have past continuous in number 2? Well, because we don't have one longer action and a shorter action, okay? Here, just simple past and simple past. Number 4, who blank you blank to when I blank you yesterday? Who were you talking to when I saw you today? Yesterday, when I saw you yesterday. And number 5, when the scientist blank the answer to the problem, she blank very famous. When the scientist found the answer to the problem, she became both in the simple past too. Let's check the answers. All right, so number 2 and number 5, we only have simple past. We don't have present continuous because we don't have a longer action, a background action, okay? Okay, guys, in our last activity, our last activity on grammar, number 3, Sally saw an accident happen. Complete her statement to the police with the simple past or past continuous form of the verbs in the list. Sometimes more than one is possible. I'll give you some minutes to complete the story. Okay, with the verbs in the list, and then you come back for the answers. All right, let's go. Last Saturday morning, I bought a magazine and I sat down on a bench downtown to read it. People blank around and blank in stores. Okay, people were, in my opinion, people were walking around and probably shopping in stores. There was a group of 4 people near me. They together and laughing. They were standing together and laughing. Then I blank a boy about. Then I saw a boy about 16 years old. He blank his bike down the street. He was riding his bike down the street. He blank very fast. He was moving very fast. Suddenly, he had to change the direction because there was an old lady in front of him. And he blanked right into the group of people. And he went right past of goal into the group of people. His bike hit a man and hit his past of hit and knocked him over. And the boy and the boy didn't stop. Past of not stop. He just rode away. Let's check. Yeah, impressive work. Alright guys, this is our video number 1 for the grammar part of Grade Time 3 Unit 8. Come back for the next video on vocabulary. See you later, alligator.